What's going on, guys? This is John Zakari, and today I want to talk about Marvel's latest major comic event, Civil War II, which just had issue number 1 drop this week, and wow, it's off to a crazy start. Since my videos aren't usually comic focused, I want to catch people up a bit on this event while talking you through it. So if you are not a comic reader, stay tuned because this video is non-reader friendly. So as fans of the cinematic universe already have an idea of, the original Civil War pitted Team Iron Man versus Team Captain America in a battle over the Registration Act, which would require superheroes to register with the government, sacrificing their secret identities, personal freedoms, etc. Characters throughout the Marvel Universe picked sides and battled it out. As I feel like both Marvel and DC do a pretty good job with in these major events, Civil War II gives you some background to get you current with these characters and their situations. So if this does end up seeming interesting to you and you don't read comics, you still shouldn't be intimidated about checking out this event. The story starts off with a major battle taking place as another worldly army invaded Earth. However, this intimidating force was actually dealt with pretty swiftly by a large group of heroes, because, well, they actually knew the force was coming ahead of time, and that's where things get interesting. Iron Man Tony Stark hosts a party to celebrate the recent victory where he and Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, confront the Inhumans, one of the major hero groups in the universe. As this group informed the heroes about this upcoming event, and the pair would like to know how they got this information. It is then that they are introduced to the newest Inhuman, Ulysses, who had just acquired his powers recently. And he has the power to, you guessed it, see the future. The heroes in the room quickly barrage him with questions about his powers, but since he just acquired them a couple weeks ago, he doesn't understand them yet. Jean Grey of the X-Men is brought in to read his mind to show everyone what he actually saw in his vision, but to no avail, his mind cannot be read. And this is where we see the seeds being planted for the upcoming rift between our heroes. Captain Marvel believes this can be the key to easily preventing future conflicts, saving countless lives and being ready for future issues or by preventing them entirely. Tony Stark, on the other hand, has a much more cynical look, citing that they don't understand these powers, they don't know how they work, or even how accurate they are. He brings up the point that by preventing this devastation, the visions didn't actually come true, so who knows how things could change in the events leading up to one of these visions. Also, what if one of these visions depicted a hero committing some kind of heinous act? Should they just condemn people on acts they've yet to commit? Personally, even though I don't like this storyline as much as the registration idea, I think it's still a good morality issue. Just as the taglines for this event state, would you fight to protect the future or to change it? It's an interesting dilemma that you see in numerous time travel stories. By knowing the future, you can act to change it, but you may actually end up making things worse. Now I'm going to start getting into the major spoiler territory here, so if you want to see the sparks for this war get ignited for yourself, I think it's worth your time to check it out. So there are 2 other characters that have been a major focus leading up to this point, and they are She-Hulk and War Machine. She-Hulk Jennifer Walters recently lost a case, she's also a lawyer by the way, where she was defending a known criminal, the Jester, from being put back into prison after serving his time. She believes that people can change and should be given a second chance. Then there's War Machine, James Rhodes. Those of you who follow the Marvel Cinematic Universe are probably familiar with the fact that he is best friends with Tony Stark. However, he has also become romantically involved with Captain Marvel. So obviously, he's torn on this whole future issue, finding reason with both sides and obligation to both individuals. And to stir things up even more, Ulysses soon has yet another vision, and it's a big one. Thanos believes the Cosmic Cube, a powerful relic and another item moviegoers should be familiar with, is on Earth, and he's coming for it. So Captain Marvel assembles the Inhumans, the Ultimates, and is joined by She-Hulk and War Machine to meet this threat. But as comic readers are probably already aware, even if you prepare to throw down with Thanos, it doesn't mean that you are prepared to throw down with Thanos. Taking this guy down is never easy. Inevitably, Thanos is prepared for battle and takes it to the heroes in a big way. Amidst the mayhem, War Machine accidentally fires a missile that hits She-Hulk, and Thanos puts War Machine down hard and kills him. Thanos is eventually captured, but clearly not without major costs. Word gets back to Tony Stark about what happened, and needless to say, he's pissed. And here we have our big setup for this event, and it's personal right away. Stark even claims that by bringing Rhodey into that situation, it's like Captain Marvel, quote, killed him with her own hands. To make matters even worse, in the closing moments of the first issue, She-Hulk, who is in critical care, grabs Captain Marvel by the arm and tells her, "It's our future, Carol, not his. Fight for it." And then, she flatlines. So this book ends with Captain Marvel having one of the worst days possible, even by comic book standards. Death of a friend, death of a lover, and a new civil war looming. It's not great. Well, maybe for the readers it is. Again, even though I'm not crazy about the whole change the future debate, I like that this is so personal from the get-go. We've got a major casualty, and two people who love this man in the biggest ways possible. One like a brother, and one as a lover. Both think they're doing the right thing in honoring his memory, and they're going to take out their aggression on each other. Also, I think it's really cool that Marvel is throwing a character like Captain Marvel in to lead one of the sides in this major event, as there are plenty other characters who would have probably been safer in terms of attracting readers. Obviously, the fact that she's a woman brings up some interesting points, as it says a lot about Marvel's push for the female characters in its current initiative, but her relationship with Rhodey will undoubtedly stir some things up in this storyline. We've also gotten teases at how the upcoming teams are going to shape out, and they appear to be just as interesting. Specifically, I like the potential of the new Captain America, Sam Wilson, who you may know as Falcon from the movies, being on the opposing side of Steve Rogers, our classic Cap. A lot of potential for cool side stories here, and I'm excited to see how it's all going to play out. And with that, this video's a wrap. Let me know what you think of the opening shots in Civil War II in the comments. Would you fight to protect the future or to change it? As always, I'm John Zakari, and thanks for watching.